Well, hello everyone and welcome to Slick Rides Garage. Today we're going to be having a roundtable discussion about the number of ads on YouTube and how I accidentally reduced the number of ads I'm seeing by about 80%. Okay, so before we get started, I'd like to ask you guys to do me a favor, just real quick here. Drop down and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when new content drops. And also share it with your friends. And once you get through watching, make some comments below about how you feel about the status of YouTube advertising. Okay, so real quick before I get started, I'm going to make a little 30-second update. A week ago Friday, I was admitted to the hospital with blood pressure of 267 over 129. I'm now under the care of a doctor who is trying to help me control that blood pressure. I've had a lot of stress in my life here lately, and some of it has to do with the actual garage itself, and there's some other things in there that are pushing me to a place that I really don't want to be. At any rate, so I'm now on medication. We're trying to bring the blood pressure down. It's starting to work a little bit, but it's still way too high. You know, blood pressure of 267 over 129. I was wondering when I was going to arrive at the International Space Station. Thought I was going to blast right off. Okay, so at any rate, if you see me having a little brain fog and maybe stumbling over my words a little bit, that's why. So last night I was surfing YouTube on my television, and it seemed like every single time I clicked on an ad, or clicked on a video, there was an ad. One or two ads up front, and then maybe two or three ads during, and then another ad at the back. Well, this has been happening for about the past 2-3 months. So I decided to do a YouTube search and see if anybody else was having the same result during their YouTube viewing experience. And I typed into the search bar YouTube, or wait a minute, what was it? It was number of YouTube ads ridiculous. Number of YouTube ads ridiculous. And I did a search, and I came up with several matches. And all these people had some, they had some really good points. Now YouTube, seems like within the past 2-3 months, they've been oversaturating the platform with ads. And it's to the point where you can't even skip them. I mean, for a while it was getting so bad where I'd click on a video, an ad would pop up, and I would immediately hit the back button and then click on the video again. And if I did that 2 or 3 times, then the video would show. But here within about the past month or so, it's been practically impossible to skip over some of the YouTube ads. And so, at any rate, I have to tell you something. I'm getting ad fatigue, along with all the other kinds of fatigue I'm getting here within the past month or so. But I'm getting ad fatigue from YouTube, and it's the same ads over and over again, and it's becoming to the point where it's annoying. And so my decision was, if YouTube doesn't start becoming more reasonable, at least with the number of ads they have, that I will probably always continue to be a creator with the channel, and I probably will stop watching YouTube videos. I mean, unless it's just something I really want to see. But the worst offenders, as far as number of ads, the insistent to watch at 2 or 3 ads before the video starts, are like video clips from movies, music, and things like that. On one hand, I can understand that, no question. I mean, they have to make money to keep the platform going. But in other ways, I kind of feel like they're doing the same thing to their viewers. YouTube is doing the same thing to their viewers that the oil companies were doing to the world here, maybe within the past 3 to 6 months. You know, if you're not familiar, oil companies have been losing a lot of money, or at least some of them have. And I believe it was in 2019, there was one day when oil was actually trading at like minus $35 a barrel. That's right, I said minus. It was actually 1 barrel of oil was losing money. And so as a result of that and COVID, the reduction in demand and things like that, oil companies were hurting. And so once people started recovering and people started traveling and things like that, we saw what happened to the price of gas. I mean, around here, this is Southwest Missouri. Categorically or historically, I mean, Southwest Missouri is one of the cheapest places or least expensive places where you could buy gas. I think about the only state that would be less expensive is down in Arkansas. And so the oil company's reasoning was we lost all of this money and we have to make it up somehow. And so they sort of overcompensated. Instead of keeping the price at a reasonable figure, they just jacked it way up. And in 1 quarter making $20 billion, some companies making that much money, and it really put the squeeze on people. And so if I recall right, YouTube, they used to not have advertising. And a platform can only be sustained for so long if you're not having money coming in to be able to run it. So I definitely understand the need to make money, and it's absolutely necessary for the platform to continue. And I don't mind YouTube ads. I actually think that there's just too many of them. I monetized my channel when I got to 1,000 subscribers, and I've tried to keep the number of ads very reasonable on my content, because too much advertising is just going to run people off. And my fear is that if YouTube continues saturating the marketplace with ads, that the number of viewers are going to go down. People are going to watch YouTube a lot less. And I think I'm already seeing that on my channel. I've noticed that my view count has gone down anywhere from 13 to 25% over the past 3 months. That's not necessarily because of advertising. It's the summertime, people are out, they're doing their thing, getting on with their vacations, plus everyone's been cooped up. So, if I had a choice after being cooped up of sitting at home and watching YouTube and going out and seeing the world, out I would go. I'd be out on vacation. So maybe it has something to do with that. But I just can't help to think that maybe the number of ads are what's causing these difficulties and these viewers. See what I mean by the brain fog? I swear I'm going to take a crank, I'm going to put it on the side of my head, and every time I get that brain fog, I'm just going to do that and, I don't know, see if I can crank some, see what I mean? Crank some life into my brain where I'm not, where my thoughts are 100% consistent. And I can really feel it now. Let me take a break for a few minutes here, guys. I'm gonna go check my blood pressure real quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So how about blood pressure of 198 over 113? Yeah, it's getting up there. It's just whatever this problem is. Even just talking puts me under stress, and my blood pressure goes up. So you guys probably hear noise in the background. That's because I went out into my shop and I got a fan, because when my blood pressure goes up, I start sweating like a sinner in church, and I'll get a little bit short of breath too. So I have the fan out here to help keep me cool and whatnot. So at any rate, so after doing the search and watching the videos, I went back to the YouTube main channel and started watching video clips. There's three movies in particular that I have always liked, and one of them has Denzel Washington. I think it's called The Equalizer, and then Casino and Goodfellas. And there's a particular reason why I like Goodfellas, because one of my family members is actually portrayed in the movie. For those of you who know about the film, you probably remember the character that Joe Pesci played in the movie. They called him Tommy DeVito. But in real life, his name was actually Thomas Anthony DeSimone, and his nickname was Two Guns. Well, my biological mother is a DeSimone, and I did some tracing back in our family lineage and found out that before everyone came over on the boat from Italy, that not only were we all related, we all come from basically the same part of Italy. And so I shake my head. It's like, you know, why did my family members have to be so crazy? And believe me, I don't like what Tommy DeSimone was. Matter of fact, I'm trying to remember his name now. Here comes the brain fog. Oh yay! Shucks, I cannot remember his name. And memory problems are another issue I'm having trouble with. And but I can't believe that they called him the Teflon Don. That I remember. Gosh darn it! At any rate, he actually whacked out Tommy DeSimone for killing Billy Bats, I think is what it was, and then ironically, the Teflon Don, whose name I can't seem to remember right now, he actually came to prison in Springfield, Missouri, at the Federal Medical Center, and I wound up living like 5 miles away from him at one time, and so kind of ironic. At any rate, so I went back to watching videos, and I clicked on one of the videos from The Equalizer. The little spinny spin circle came up on the TV, and then bam, here comes the video. And it played all the way through with no ads until the very end. And I started watching more. I was watching more of The Equalizer, and then watched some Casino videos, movie clips from Casino and Goodfellas both. And when I got to the Casino the Casino video, they hit me with an ad. I hit the back button. Clicked on the video again. Bam! Video comes right up. Same thing with Goodfellas. They tried to hit me with an ad. Click the back button. Hit it again. Bam! Video comes up. And so, for the rest of the night, I probably only saw maybe just a handful of ads. And so, that's proof that I think YouTube is listening. I think they know that they've oversaturated the marketplace with ads. And I think they're now trying to figure out exactly what they can get away with and what people are willing to tolerate. So, part of the reason for this video is I'm just curious if anyone else, if you type into the search feature, YouTube, number of YouTube ads ridiculous, and see if you have the same experience, if maybe the number of ads you watch goes down. That would be kind of cool, but and it's also, maybe if that's the case, then it could be a sign that the algorithm, let me try it again, algorithm, good grief, that the algorithm is actually listening to the viewer. And so, and there's some people who don't mind ads, and that's perfectly okay, but if you don't like a lot of ads, you might try typing that into the search bar, just to see what you come up with. And if you do have the same result, it would be really cool if you drop down into the comments section below and then let us know what you find. And so I haven't yet tried it today, but I intend to, and because I have a feeling I'm going to be having a lot of butt time on the chair the way I feel right now. So, but at any rate, that's the main thing here is YouTube doesn't make YouTube. It's the viewers and the creators who make YouTube. And when you start slamming too many ads down people's throats, it becomes a turnoff. It's annoying, you know, and I don't intend any disrespect to YouTube. I mean, I advertise on my channel myself. But it becomes annoying, and with the number of ads, a person, well, like me, I get fatigued. It's like, I'm sick and tired of watching all of these ads. Is it necessary to put 2-3 ads in front of every single video? And then I started getting thoughts of, wow, you know, there's got to be some greed going on here and stuff like that. So my thought is that if you have too many ads, you're going to lose viewers. On the other hand, if the number of ads are reasonable, then YouTube would probably have more viewers. And the truth is, I'd rather take just a little less money on my advertising revenue in exchange for more viewers, because the more people who watch, the more advertisement they're going to see, as long as it's, you know, reasonable. And once that mix and that balance is right, then, you know, the viewers aren't going to be so quick to walk away. Now, I think I've already noticed it with my channel, because, oh, I already said that. Brain fog. Isn't that nice? So, at any rate, I was just curious to see if anyone else might want to try this out and see if you have the same end result. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, guys. I'm really sorry about the start, stutter, and stop nature of this video. I'm really hoping they can get a hold of this blood pressure or figure out exactly what's going on. The truth of the matter is, I wouldn't be surprised if I have a blockage somewhere that's going to need to get taken care of. And so, but honestly, I just about do anything to get rid of the way I feel. I haven't worked for about 3 weeks because of it, so let me make another request while I'm here. If you found any information you believe is helpful in this or any of my videos, and right now is about the time that I could really use your support, I've enabled the Super Thanks feature where you can actually go up and support the channel with a little donation. The truth of the matter is, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's 50 cents, $1, or $1,000. I really don't care. You know, everything helps. And for those of you who might be willing to do that, I really appreciate it. But even if you don't, I still appreciate each and every single viewer. I'm now up to 1,776 subscribers today, as of this morning. And I want to thank each and every one of you for giving me your vote of confidence by subscribing to the channel. And so, at any rate, here in about the next couple of weeks or so, I'm actually going to be doing a channel update. I've had to send a letter to someone to try to get some things made right that some people really did me wrong, and it completely and totally changed the direction of Slick Ride's Garage. Some of you probably have seen the bathtub and shower surround video where I use the cutout from a window and then cut it and use it to actually trim out the window. And it's a really cool video. I hope you guys will take a look at it. And I don't even remember where I was going with that thought. Good grief. Guys, I gotta tell you what, this sucks. I think I'd rather have a case of the clap than feel the way I do now. Well, maybe not. At any rate, I'm going to rewind the video here. Let me see where my thoughts were before I drew a blank, and I'll be right back. Well, I'm sure glad my video camera has a lot better memory than I do. At any rate, what I was talking about the shower and tub surround video, and then trimming out the window with the window cut out. I think that video is up to like 120,000 views, and it's my #1 video. A non-automotive video is my #1 video, and so at any rate, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video for now. Go ahead and end this, guys, because I just feel like I'm rambling like a moron over here. So at any rate, I'm gonna have a an update on the channel here. And like I said, I've sent a letter to some people. I'm going to wait to see whether or not they return it, whether or not they decide I'm worth it to do the right thing. And if they're not, then I'm going to go 100% public with what happened and what was done. And I'm going to tell you all what happened to the channel. And then we'll talk a little bit about the direction that Slick Rides Garage is headed. Alright, so I'm going to go sit down on the couch and take a little break, get myself relaxed, get my blood pressure down. I think I might try to take a run up to Subway and get a cold cut combo or something like that, and then I'll mix this video up and I'll get it posted. So at any rate, guys, thanks a lot for putting up with me, because I've never, ever, I've always been very good with my words. I've never had any trouble whatsoever with putting thoughts together, and this is a whole new experience for me. So I sure do hope that the doctor will get this figured out. It's not just, the way I feel, but the fact that even just a little bit of physical activity, it just makes me tired. It wears me out. So, anyway, enough complaining. So, thank you very much for watching Slick Rides Garage. I appreciate you watching the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Don't forget to share it with your friends and people you know who watch YouTube videos. See if they have the same experience I did. Like I said, I think it's actually a good sign when I put that in there and I see an immediate change in the number of ads I'm getting. It might be a sign they're listening. And so remember, we make YouTube. The viewers, the creators, all of us creators out there, we make YouTube. And hopefully YouTube will respond to our concerns, and maybe we can bring some of these ads under control. Alright guys, so that's it for this round table discussion. Appreciate each and every one of you watching. Thank you for subscribing and supporting the channel, and looks like we're going to have another video here in the next couple weeks, and so I hope you'll tune in for that, and hope you all have a good day, and thanks again for watching. Everybody take care. I appreciate each and every one of you. Later.